News tickers blared. Chaos on Wall Street. Automotive giants in freefall. The world watched in disbelief as the unthinkable unfolded before their eyes. Headlines screamed, and the financial heart of the world skipped a beat. November 30th, 2025. Etched into history. A date that would forever be remembered as the day the automotive landscape changed overnight. In boardrooms from Detroit to Tokyo, disbelief reigned. Executives who had weathered decades of market storms now faced a crisis unlike any before. Phones rang off the hook. Emergency meetings erupted, and seasoned executives stared at plummeting stock prices, their confidence shaken. The sense of control they once had was slipping away. The world's automotive foundation had just been shattered by a single stunning announcement from Shenzhen, China. The epicenter of this earthquake was thousands of miles from Detroit, but its tremors were felt everywhere. The trading pits were pandemonium. Traders shouted, phones buzzed, and fortunes changed in seconds. Ford, GM, Volkswagen, Toyota, billions wiped out in minutes. The titans of the industry watched helplessly as their empires shrank before their eyes. Meanwhile, tech firms and nimble EV startups soared as the market redrew its battle lines. The old guard faltered, but the new wave surged with energy and hope. In BYD's high-tech lab, engineers worked with quiet confidence, monitors aglow with battery schematics. They knew they were on the verge of something historic. This was the epicenter of the disruption, the weapon that had just been unleashed, a breakthrough so powerful, it threatened to rewrite the rules of the game. For years, BYD was a formidable competitor, but no one predicted this. Their rise had been impressive, but this move was unprecedented. The initial reports sounded like a hoax. BYD to open its patent portfolio? Social media exploded with disbelief, and industry insiders scrambled for answers. But as official statements trickled out, reality set in. This was no rumor. The world realized that the rules had changed, and there was no going back. It was a calculated strike at the heart of the automotive establishment, a move so bold, it left competitors reeling and strategists scrambling for a response. In an industry built on secrecy, giving it all away was heresy. The very foundation of competition, proprietary knowledge, was suddenly up for grabs. The old kings suddenly looked vulnerable. Their legacy, once unshakable, now seemed fragile in the face of this new reality. A new era had just begun. The dawn of a transformed industry, where innovation would be shared, and the future was up for grabs. The world's media gathered, expecting nothing more than a routine earnings call from one of the industry's biggest players. The air was thick with anticipation, but most believed they already knew what would be said. Instead, what unfolded before their eyes would go down in history as a turning point for the entire automotive world. On a stark, minimalist stage, Wang Chuanfu appeared, not in the expected tailored suit, but in a crisp white lab coat. The choice was deliberate, signaling a break from tradition and a nod to innovation. He looked every bit the scientist rather than the typical CEO, exuding a calm confidence that immediately captured the room's attention. His presence alone hinted that something extraordinary was about to happen. For over a century, the auto industry has been defined by what we hide, Wang began, his voice steady and clear, echoing through the silent press room. Today, we choose a different path. Effective immediately, BYD will make its entire portfolio of electric vehicle patents, including our revolutionary blade battery, open and accessible to any company in the world. The room erupted in gasps and murmurs as the magnitude of the announcement sank in. This was no publicity stunt or clever marketing gimmick. The gravity of the moment was unmistakable. Thousands of patents, covering everything from advanced battery chemistry and thermal management systems to cutting-edge motor design, were now being offered freely to the world. Years of research and billions in investment suddenly unlocked. The blade battery, BYD's crown jewel and a symbol of their technological leadership, was now up for grabs for any competitor willing to use it. Wang continued, his conviction unwavering. This is not charity. The climate crisis demands collaboration, not corporate squabbles. We cannot afford to let innovation be slowed by legal battles or secrecy. The era of patent wars is over. We must innovate together, faster than ever before, if we are to meet the challenges ahead. He painted a bold vision of the future, one where companies would compete on the quality of their products, not on the secrets they kept locked away. Collaboration, he insisted, was the only way forward. Within minutes, the message echoed across the globe. Newsrooms buzzed, headlines flashed, and social media exploded with speculation and praise. In that moment, everyone in the room, and soon the world, understood. The rules of the game had changed forever. In a German automaker's boardroom, the CEO slammed his fist on the polished table, his voice echoing through the tense silence. "They did what?" he demanded, disbelief and frustration mixing in his tone as executives exchanged anxious glances. Their billion-dollar battery strategy, years in the making, and once seen as their ticket to dominance, was suddenly obsolete, rendered irrelevant by a single, unexpected move from across the globe. The competitive moat they'd painstakingly built, brick by brick, was gone, overnight. The sense of security they'd relied on had vanished, replaced by a creeping sense of vulnerability. In Detroit, the heart of American automotive power, a grim realization set in. The rules of the game had changed and no one had seen it coming. Emergency calls buzzed through the corridors. Do we continue as planned? Should we pivot? Or is it time to join forces with the very disruptors we once dismissed? The very identity of these storied companies, built on decades of engineering prowess and innovation, was now under threat, their legacy hanging in the balance. In Tokyo and Seoul, industry elders gathered in urgent debate. They called it a philosophical war. "They're betting on the speed of the collective over the strength of the individual," one senior executive remarked, his words heavy with both caution and respect. Meanwhile, on Wall Street, analysts scrambled to make sense of the upheaval. Phones rang off the hook as breaking news sent shockwaves through the financial world. Was this BYD's act of desperation, a last-ditch gamble to stay relevant, or was it a masterstroke, a bold move that would redefine the industry's future? Investment banks tried desperately to model the chaos, poring over charts and projections that shifted by the hour. Old valuation models, once reliable, no longer applied. Analysts found themselves erasing and rewriting forecasts, struggling to keep up with the pace of change. Winners and losers were suddenly unclear, the lines between them blurred. But one thing was certain: the auto industry had become a high-stakes, unpredictable game where fortunes could change in an instant. The old guard's playbook, once a blueprint for success, was now in tatters, its pages irrelevant in this new era. The shockwaves didn't stop at the top. They rippled through every level of the industry, from factory floors to showrooms, leaving employees and managers alike questioning what the future would hold. The future, it seemed, would belong to those who could adapt fast. Young professionals and seasoned veterans alike scrambled to find new strategies, eager to prove their resilience. The world's automotive giants now faced an existential choice, their leaders deep in contemplation, weighing risks and opportunities with every passing hour. Compete, collaborate, or risk being left behind. The clock was ticking, and hesitation could mean extinction. One thing was clear: the industry would never be the same. The age of certainty was over, and a new era of transformation had begun. For a century, automakers guarded secrets like treasure. Patents were weapons, lawsuits the norm, and innovation slow. The old model locked out newcomers and fostered inefficiency. BYD's announcement smashed this structure. By open sourcing its EV patents, BYD declared the old way obsolete. Now startups could license state-of-the-art tech and focus on design, software, and user experience. The old guard's hardware advantage vanished overnight. The new playbook: speed, collaboration, and execution. The question isn't what secret tech do you have, but how fast can you deliver? The industry must adapt or risk extinction. To understand BYD's move, look at its roots. Founded in 1995 by chemist Wang Chuanfu, BYD started with rechargeable batteries, not cars. They mastered battery tech, improving on existing designs at lower costs. In 2003, they pivoted to autos, acquiring a failing automaker and learning fast. Unlike rivals, BYD saw the battery as the heart of the EV, controlling the process from raw materials to finished packs. The Blade battery, launched in 2020, was a game-changer: safer, denser, and cheaper. BYD's identity is tech-first, not car-first. By opening patents, they're making their battery platform the industry standard. It's a confident move from a company betting it can out-innovate anyone on the most critical part: the battery. BYD's open patent pool is like a library of EV blueprints. Any company can access designs for batteries, motors, and control systems if they contribute their own relevant patents in return. It's a give one, take one system. As more join, the pool grows, accelerating innovation for all. This reciprocity forces competitors to choose, join, and share, or go it alone and risk falling behind. The benefits of access outweigh the cost for most. The system creates a de facto industry standard around BYD's technology. BYD becomes the Intel Inside of the auto world. The real competition shifts to software, brand, and manufacturing. BYD controls the game by writing the rules. The world split in reaction. Optimists cheered, pessimists panicked. Environmental groups hailed the move as a breakthrough for climate action. Tech investors and startups saw a golden opportunity. The barriers to entry had fallen. Venture capital poured into new EV ventures focused on software and user experience. But traditional automakers and unions saw a threat to jobs and legacy. Governments faced a dilemma: support open innovation or protect national champions. National pride and economic sovereignty were at stake. Iconic brands risked dependence on Chinese technology. The world was divided: shared future or hostile takeover. The stakes had never been higher. With patents open, the battlefield shifted. Now cost and manufacturing efficiency are king. BYD's mass manufacturing edge is clear. Design and brand identity matter more. Customers choose with their hearts. Software, user experience, and digital ecosystems become the new differentiators. The car is now a connected device, not just transport. Companies must build seamless ecosystems: charging, updates, services. Traditional automakers must think like tech companies or risk irrelevance. The winners will be those who deliver the best experience, fastest and cheapest. The race is about building a better experience, not just a better car. This isn't just corporate drama, it affects you. Consumers will see more choices and lower prices as competition explodes. EVs will become smarter, more connected, and affordable. But jobs will shift. Demand for software and battery experts will soar, while traditional roles decline. Massive retraining will be needed. Governments must balance rapid innovation with protecting industries and workers. The choices made now will shape economies for decades. We stand at a crossroads: closed systems or open, collaborative innovation. The future of mobility, and our planet, hangs in the balance.